What's up, guys? Kim Coop here. Welcome back and happy Friday. For those guys, you can see the thing on my forehead. It's not a smudge. It's ashes, because today is Ash Wednesday when I'm recording this. So a little bit of time warp there. It's actually Wednesday, but this is the Friday episode, so how about that? Anyways, we're back here today. We managed to climb in the last episode, make up for our losses in episode 14, I think it was. And so we're back at 1823, our new peak for the season, and now we're going to try to keep climbing up towards the 1850s. I guess 1850 would be super nice if we could get like 1800s opponents and then win versus both of them. When we get to 1850, that'd be great. 1782 opponent, almost a mirror match team, which is kind of cool. Gar, Lando, Lax, Selly, Komodo, and Gren. So I think Lele is going to be pretty much a must for me, and I think I'm going to lead it. My opponent, I would suspect, is probably going to lead Gengar. It wouldn't surprise me to see something like Gengar plus... Oops, I'm going to bring my own Snorlax here because it's actually pretty good. So Lando could be kind of annoying depending on the set. I want to bring Heatran just to deal with Celesteela, but this does leave me weak to Lando, but I feel like he's going to bring something like Gar, Gran, Selly maybe, so I think we'll be okay with this. Let me try to see if there's any other alternatives that I would want to make for my plays. We've beaten teams like this before, but I think this is what I want to go with. The Snorlax is really good just for switching into Gengar plus Greninja. So yeah, we're leading off with our Tapu Lele as usual, just because people who like to lead Gar usually have Protect, especially on teams like this where there's no... Well, I guess they have Komodo for a dedicated stall breaker, so they don't necessarily need to lead off with... they don't need to bring Sub-Protect Gran or whatever, or Sub-Protect Gengar, sorry. Psychic Surge goes up, great. And so I got the lead right as usual. I just Psychic here. I want to click Moonblast. Like, I feel like you're probably going to go Gran here if you're my opponent. Okay, so that tells me they are offensive Gengar, so I wish I had Moonblasted because looking at the team, like I said, it didn't look like he needed to run Parastripe Gengar because he has a Stall Breaker and Komodo. But this is also not the worst thing in the world because I have my Snorlax here to come in on the Greninja. And we should be able to beat it 1v1 because of Barrier Recovery, which is awesome. And let's see what he goes for here. So he is the Sub-Torrent build. And like, that's okay with me. I'll just return here. He should throw off a Scald. Oh, he throws off Dark Pulse. Yeah, we break his sub with the return. Which is awesome. I should Earthquake here in case he wants to switch out to Gengar for no reason. Okay, he goes out to his own Lax, which is cool. Cool with me to see own Lax come out here. We do some good damage to him. This is the case where I just click Belly Drum here. And we see what happens. Because my opponent is in a bit of a pickle here if they just decide to curse. He yawns. So that's a good play on my opponent's part. Snorlax is taking a nap. This is a tough play here. I think I'm just going to Earthquake here. I'll get rid of anything he wants to switch in, or if he decides to leave this Pokemon in, I'll get rid of it too. Wow, that lived? Whoa. Okay, that's actually probably better for me. Because if he's just going to click Yawn again, we'll be alright here. Wow. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised that Lax lived. But it doesn't matter here. I get off my turn of sleep as he's double edging again here. I should live this, yeah. And what I'm actually going to do here is go for recycle, because if I wake up, I'll live. Good, Snorlax. Yeah, I'll live his double edge here. Let's see. I feel like you should double edge if you're my opponent too. Yeah, he does double edge here. I'll just Earthquake here and get rid of him. I could keep recycling, but he's going to yawn on this turn, and I'm going to go to sleep, and I don't really want that to happen. I want to be able to force him to have to make a play right here. We should see Gengar come out. Yeah. I just click Earthquake. I could have gone Lele. No, he's going to Slaughter Bomb. Yeah, let's not do that. That would have been a good play. I go Gar here. I go Lele. And then it's just a 50-50 of what do I do here. Yeah, this is a 50-50 here. So my opponent should see that I don't really have... So the problem is that there's two ways of thinking about this play here, right? If you're my opponent, you think, okay, well, if the Lele goes for Psychic and I get rid of it with Greninja, or sorry, if the Lele goes for Psychic and it kills my Gengar, I bring in Greninja, I get subs, and then I win the game. That's one possible way of thinking. The other way of thinking is, well, if I go Greninja and he predicts it and he Moonblasts, then I get to trap this thing with Gengar, I knock it out, and then all is good in the world. Now for me, I absolutely have to get this play right. I think I can win regardless, no matter what play my opponent decides to make, as long as I get this one call correct. So if you're my opponent, you look at my team, and you see that I potentially have... I potentially have what? Nothing that really beats Gren at this point. So I think your play is to sack this. Okay. Okay. We have a shot. Because I know he's Z Greninja. So basically what I have to be able to do is keep breaking his subs with Heatran. And I have to force him to make a... Yeah, because, so the way I thought about the 50-50, my opponent should feel like their Greninja beats anything that I have in the back. But the problem is that I have very Spadef Heatran, so he is going to have to, he's going to sub here. But the problem is that he can't OHKO me with any one attack. So I think I'll always be able to prevent him from getting a sub up. This is the only attack he can KO me with. No, I think he wins. That was a good play on his part. I needed to protect there. I should have protected. That was stupid of me. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that through because he can't keep subbing. I need to protect on that one. Because now what he's going to do is sub, and then he's going to win with Hydro Cannon. Yeah, I need to protect there. That was dumb on my part. Yeah, I threw that one. I should have protected. Just in case he did decide to throw off the Z. Because that was the only way I let him get ahead of the subs. So that was a throw on my part. I do believe Hydro Cannon kills. So I have maybe a 10% chance of winning this game. If my opponent is, assuming my opponent is competent and they click sub here, which they should. So it's going to come down to 90% Hydro Cannon hitting. Dang. Yeah, I hate when I make stupid plays like that. Alright, let's find out here. Let's find out our fate. Alternatively, if this is not Hydro Cannon, I should live. Like if it's Z Scald or something, if he Scald sub Dark Pulse Taunt or something, but it should be Hydro Cannon. It doesn't have to be, but he should be. He hits. Okay, so that's game. So yeah, I choked by not protecting. Because you can see he was sub Dark Pulse Hydro Cannon, probably Scald or Water Shuriken or Ice Beam. So if I click Protect, that was my bad. Yeah, that was absolutely my bad. Oh, I'm pretty mad about that one. I got that 50-50 right, and then I just blew the end game. Oh, it stinks. I just forgot to think about the possibility. I was just so fixated on like, oh, he has to Scald and it's not going to KO me. I forgot that, yeah, he could Z there and then he'd be ahead of the count. So yeah, that was stupid on my part. And it cost us 18 points. Dang. That's a bummer. After playing that well too. The exchange with the Lax worked out nicely though. 1748 opponent from Japan. Great, so another low rated person. Got Sizgara Naga, Lax, Loom Hippo. Fortunately, I don't have HP Fire on that, but Heatran's a pretty obvious bring for me when you see something like Scissor. Opposing Lax could be tricky to deal with as well. What do I think my opponent is going to bring? I feel like if you're my opponent, you don't bring Breloom because that just opens up Amoonguss. Granted, I still have to bring Amoonguss, and I think Amoonguss is decent, so excuse me, I am going to bring it. We lead Lele. In case he leads Hippo, we can 2-hit KO that. Bring Amoonguss. Then I bring Heatran, I think. I think those are my 3, yeah. Yeah, so that, Snorlax is going to be scary to deal with for me. But I think we can beat it. Naga's also scary as usual. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get those points back. Well, it's a bummer that I choked that one because we could be that much closer to 1850 right here. Yeah, all I had to do is click Protect. Okay. I'll take this lead. I'll take this lead 100%. I will definitely take this lead. And I think I actually Side Shock because that does more to Snorlax. It could be like Focus Sash Naga or Scarf Naga or some weird stuff like that, and that would be unfortunate. So he is going to be Focus Sash Naga, I think. Oh no. Okay, it died. Whew. Maybe it was AV and it lives Lele Psychic? I don't think so though. Maybe he thought I'd overpredict? Oh, this is why he was going to go Gyarados always. It makes sense. But this isn't that bad. We go Amoonguss here. If he elects to DD up, we clear Smog him. Yeah, we always clear Smog first, I think, and before Sporing. Oh, he just goes ahead and Megas, yeah, to get the immunity. So he is weak to Giga Drain now. I should look at my calcs here. Amoonguss, my custom set. And what did he go for? DD, right? Yeah. Versus Gyarados. Mega Dragon Dance. Let's see, he's +1 now. Ice Fang does 2 KO, just barely. How much does Lele Moonblast do to you? Because you are Mega now. Okay, so it should be in range after a Clear Smog, so I'll go for the Clear Smog here first. He's Iron Head. Not Ice Fang? Or are you just going for the flinch? That's a crit. We get rid of his boost though, which is nice. I crit him back. Okay, so he's definitely in Lele range now, which is okay. And now we Spore. Iron Heads again. I guess he's trying to prevent Lele from coming in, but like, well, I don't know about that one. How much does my Giga Drain do to this thing? I'm just trying to decide if I want to switch out or if I want to stay in here. He is mega, so that's going to help me out damage output wise. 35 to 42. I'll Giga Drain once, I guess. Nah, we'll keep Giga Draining here. I committed to this. So one thing I was thinking, I could go Lele and I click Moonblast here. And I probably should have looked at his team. Okay, I think he's in range now after that one. I'm out of range of any attack he wants to go for. He's only spent 1 turn to sleep, so the odds are in my favor that I still get to knock him out here. Potential last year, so we got rid of Naga, Gara. Could be Hippo, could be Mince. I mean, sorry, could be Hippo, could be Snorlax. I don't think it's going to be Breloom, so that can be Scizor. So I'd say Snorlax is probably his last here, if I had to guess. He forfeits, okay. So he doesn't think he can beat a Moongus. Alright, so we pick up a quick win there, which is awesome. Only 16 minutes in, so depending on the next game, we might be able to get 2 win, which would be nice. Regardless, if we win the next one, we should be able to climb above where we started, which is kind of always the goal of one of these episodes, is just to get higher than what we were at. So we'll see. But nice quick win there, definitely about the right things. I'm really surprised he stayed in turn 1 with Naga, but I guess he just figured, oh, I can set up with Gyarados and then I'll win regardless, so it's a little too early to be thinking that way, I think, for my opponent. I think he should have gone Gara, taken the Psychic, and then Dragon Dance up, maybe. I don't know. Alright, we got the QR team. Oh, it's this team. I was watching Can't Say stream, and I just had it. So it's Electrium, Volk, it's Trick Room Pizzu, it's Waterium Z, Sleep Talk, Araquanid. I don't remember what the Lando was. Oh, it was Scarf Lando. It's Scarf Lando. I don't remember if it was Z Volk. It is Scarf Lando, though. That's worth noting. There's Tailglow, Alexi, Xurkitree. Zen Headbutt Metagross, too. So Slowbro walls that. Slowbro actually walls a good chunk of this team. So I like Bro Heatran, I think. Yeah. We'll go Bro Tran. Oh, Moongus, I think. Yeah. It helps that I know the sets to some extent. I don't remember 100% what all of them are, so we could get surprised by something, but I like our chances here. Xurkitree is the biggest threat with what I brought. Xurkitree is definitely terrifying with what I brought, but we'll see if we can make do against it. Ideally, he doesn't lead it. Ideally, we get a favorable lead like Lando. Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted to see here. No reason to make a prediction here. My opponent doesn't really have good water type switch-ins. I mean, their water type switch-in is Araquanid, which I know is mono water. It could be Xurkitree coming out here as well, which would be scary. I know he's a Lexi too, so I should probably start looking at that, huh? Because you should bring Xurkitree if you're my opponent. It's a really good breaker. Electrium Z, Xurkitree. Yeah, that just wins if it comes out here. Yeah, GG. I gotta burn it. I feel like my opponent should take advantage of the fact that he has this favorable of a matchup here, and Tailglow. I feel like you Tailglow if you're my opponent. Yeah, he subs too. That's fine with me. That's fine with me as well. I Trick Room up here, so that's really nice for me. Getting the Trick Room off there is huge. I don't think he's going to sub. I think he's going to Thunderbolt here, so I'll go Amoonguss. I'm really glad I got that Trick Room off, though. If he Tailglows here, it's a good play for him. I think he should Thunderbolt, though. Given that you're in this position, I don't have a single ground immunity, so I think you should be going for Thunderbolt instead of Tailglow. Because if I go Scald into Mega Scald, I knock him out, I think. Yeah, I think I knock him out with Scald into Mega Scald. So I don't think his play is to Tailglow here. If it is, we'll figure something out. but I think he should just T-Bolt here. And that gives me a Giga Drain off to break the sub. Yeah. Yeah, HPI is going to do about 50% to me, too. Okay, he doesn't paralyze me, good. I'm operating under Trick Room for what, 3 more turns? 4 more turns, I think. 3, okay. Giga Drain here. Break your sub. I'm assuming it should break the sub. Yeah, because it's sub Tail Glow HPIs. Okay, he's trying to sub stall, which I don't really agree with because now, I mean, like, yes, you're wasting Trick Room turns, but at the same time, your Circuitry is also in range of every single hit that I can go for now. Like, I don't know. You just trade 25% for that for Metagross? What is my opponent thinking here? I know he's Zen Headbutt, but I still have another turn of Trick Room. I don't know what he was thinking there. I have another turn of Trick Room still. So this is a Spore for me. It was Hammer meta. What should I do with Foul Play? It's a Metagross. I'll let attacker. I do 2 KO it. Okay, he Mega Evolves as I put him to sleep. How much do you do to Heatran? My custom set. He didn't have that. He had Hammer Arm. Hammer Arm. Okay, Heatran lives this 100% unless he's adamant. So I think Heatran's my play here. He switches, yeah. So this is what I wanted to cover for because I didn't want to allow Circuitry to come in. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is what I was definitely most afraid of, was like him predicting me to go bro on the Metagross. I was not going to allow that to happen because that was his one out here. I know he's a Lex Z, but he has to decide what he wants to KO. So he withdraws here to go into Landorus, and this is nice. I know it's Scarf Lando, so I get to click Protect here. See what he goes for. My opponent's definitely in a losing position right now, though. Yeah, I click Protect here. See what he goes for if he U-turns. Yep, he does U-turn. So now I get to pick up my KO. So I was thinking about considering setting up Stealth Rocks there. I don't think that's the play though. I think I just click Flamethrower and pick up my KO. Yeah. Yeah, because I know you're Scarf, dude. I don't have to be afraid of this, which is the advantage of seeing QR teams. So yeah, he picks his sack to me here. I either KO Circuitry, which I don't think he'll let me do because that's his only way of beating Slowbro. So he's going to have to go Metagross here. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, so Slowbro wins at this point. I just have to get up a Trick Room, and then I click Scald 3 times and win. Okay, well, I just KO it outright. So yeah, this is a win for me. Because Lando and EQs, I sack Heatran, I click Trick Room, I sweep a Scald. If he goes Circuitry, I don't think Electrum Z knocks me out. Yeah, maybe he's just going to forfeit. I don't think he really thought this endgame through here. I think you need to go Circuitry first and try to KO stuff. Yeah, he should just forfeit. Okay, that was actually probably the best play he could have gone for there, actually. Yeah, that was the best play he could have gone for. However, I think my Mungus is too healthy. I think I'm out of range of Circuitry. I think he has to crit it. I think he has to crit HP Ice. That was really good. That was a really nice play on his part, though. I'll give him that. Yeah, he has to crit HP Ice. Which, like I said, I'm willing to give him something like that. So I'm just thinking about this play here. Because he has to Z move, I think, here. Let's see. Assuming I know he's Thunderbolt here. Thunderbolt does 56 point. Oh, that's +1, huh? No. So I really wanted to click Protect because I know he's going to go for the Z move here. But this was the one thing I couldn't allow. This was the one out that I could not allow right here. It was because if I click Protect and he tail glowed, it was over. So I was like, I'm willing to put my game in a position where he has to crit the Amoonguss with HP Ice to knock me out. I was willing to give him that, whatever, 4.5% chance to win the game. But if I click Protect and he tail glowed, GG, game's over. So I could not allow that. Even though I was thinking like, oh, I could Protect on the Z move and then I win easier that way. Wasn't worth the risk. I'll take the 96.5% or 95.5% chance of winning in exchange for 100% being able to, or versus whatever, like losing a 50-50 on a Protect and losing the whole game. It's all about thinking about your odds there. I don't know why I said that was an accident. We should be higher now. Should be about 33 or something. 35. All right. Get one more game in here. See if we can get another win. Hit 1850. 1920 opponent. Time to think. Okay, so we got Meta, Suicune, Lando, Mence, Agamimi. This is a scary, scary team. So I feel like my opponent is going to be, they're pretty weak to Lele, so I feel like they are going to bring Metagross to start, or they bring Mimikyu. Naga is scary, Suicune is scary. I think I bring Lele lead because that gives me a good advantage versus whatever he decides to bring as his lead. And we bring Slowbro Amoonguss. I think I like that. So this guy's gonna be competent. He's 1920 for a reason. Yeah, we're just gonna have to play smart here. Let's see what he leads off with. This is the first time I think I've ever gotten somebody like this high this season. Lele's a good lead for me. You should call that lead Metagross, I think. Lele's pretty no drawback for me though. He leads Lando. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lele. My custom set. Landorus. If he's Jolly Choice Scarf, he can't knock me out. Psychic has a chance to Oko him. So I do just throw off the Psychic here, turn 1. Prevents him from switching out into something like, if he wants to switch out to Metagross here to preserve his Landorus, that's okay with me. Okay, so he stays in here, so he's probably Focus Sash. Yeah, he is. And let's see, did he go for Boom? No, he Rock Tombs. Miss? Ah, dang. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. So what he should do is he should be setting up Stealth Rocks here. And what I do is go Slowbro. If he booms, great play. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Okay, he Quakes. I think that was a throw on his part. Let's see. Okay, he Earthquakes there. And I am now Slowbro. My custom set versus a Landorus T, which let's say is Adamant. He did how much with Earthquake? He did 73. Right? 73? Yeah, so that's a mid-roll for Adamant. That's too high for Jolly, though. Oh, no, that's max roll Jolly. Okay, no. If I give him 252. Jolly. Yeah, that is a roll that you can get with Jolly. Now, what about Explosion? Does that ever do... How much does that do? So it does 123 max, so Jolly Explosion can never knock me out. So I think what I do here is I click Trick Room. He stealth rocked. That was not the play, dude. That was not the play. Let's get Trick Room. That's a real nice Trick Room. Now what I do is Ice Beam. He withdraws to go Naga. Suicune. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer, man. Sorry about that lag. Okay, I froze the Suicune. Doesn't matter because he has Scald. But he's going to be out, so he's just going to thaw. But what this does mean is I can go out to a Moongus. And then I can click a Spore. Yeah, I can Spore something with the Moongus. Okay, so we know 2 of the 3. We know one of them is Suicune. He's going to Scald. But because Trick Room's up, I do underspeed him, so I'm going to be able to get a nice Spore off. However, I feel like in the interest of preserving Trick Room stuff, Trick Room turns, I feel like my opponent is going to go... I have 2 turns Trick Room. I feel like my opponent is actually not going to let me Spore. I feel like they're just going to go out to Lando here and sack Lando. So I don't want to Spore the Landers. I want to kill the Landers. That way I still have 1 turn of Trick Room to Spore for free. Which is, so this is going exactly the way I planned it. At least versus that Landers, this exchange. The 1 HP crit. So we get rid of the Landers. So that's no longer a threat to underspeed my Lele under Trick Room. That thing is gone. No more explosion threat, none of that garbage. And I still have 1 more turn to click Spore. So he goes Suicune here. He's going to get to burn his first turn of sleep. I get off my Spore. Does he switch? Yeah, he does switch. Okay, good switch by my opponent. Into Metagross. Okay. That's okay with me. So my opponent has burned no turns with his Metagross, which is great. There's no Naga to threaten stuff. Just to mention return normal. So he spent 0 turns asleep, which is great. Potentially if he's sub Suicune, that could be an issue. Yeah, good scout on my opponent's part. I guess that was a good scout. But I do have... Ugh. So he is going to be pressure stall. I think we're going to see a pressure stall Suicune come out here. I can just Giga Drain here. I'll see what he wants to open up with. It is sub. I'll break the sub for sure with this. But he is going to be able to start pressure stalling me, which is a bit worrisome. So it's sub Suicune. I'll Giga Drain here into his Protect, is what we should see. Oh, he just Ice Beams. Okay, I'll take this damage on your Suicune, dude. It's not going to do a whole lot to me. He doesn't get the freeze back. So we get off a huge chunk on his Suicune. Oh, is that a crit? Yeah, it was. Oh, that's beautiful damage. That's beautiful damage. As long as he doesn't freeze me, I think we win the game. I can't even watch this. It hurts to watch. Okay, we did it, boys. We did it. That's the game. Yeah, that's the game. Because his Metagross hasn't spent a full turn of sleep. We beat the Suicune down. And now I just foul play the Metagross for 50%. It's in range of Shadow Ball for my Lele, and then I win with Shadow Ball Lele. Yeah. G, dude. G. He's gonna keep fighting it out. So he spends his first turn sleep. He doesn't even make. Let's go, guys. Take that 1920s points. Let's go. Some sick reads in that game. I mean, I don't know about sick reads, but we did make the key calls on the on the Landers lead. The Slowbro Trick Room was so good. It really caught that guy off guard. And then I used my turns effectively. I predicted that switch correctly, and then was just able to Giga Drain and get rid of the Landorus, and then was able to put the Metagross to sleep. And then Mungo Speed Suicune 1v1, so hype trains. We'll see our rating, and then I'll quit. But it should be like 1850 something. Yeah, 1854. Alright, cool. So we're 40 and 13, so we're pushing over a 75% win rate, which is awesome. Yeah, 1850s. It's a good step. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed this week. Made some good climbs. 1850. 150 points to go to 2,000. How about them apples? Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Let me know, I guess, how you're liking this team, and or what do you think? What are some things that I could do better commentary-wise to help you guys learn? Because that's really why I'm making these videos. Anyways, let me know down below, and I will see you next week for some more Battlespot action. Till then,